because I don't know how to read and they pick on me and I ain't taking nobody's crap.
17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. Attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The 3-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
But on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Then you see a pack of Hells Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back, "Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you." I said, "Well, go talk to them. Find out what they want." And they came back, they go, "They want to talk to you."
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006, back in 2007, wound up going into Cannon 2011. Came out of there, I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we got some things to talk about. We're going to be all over the place today. I got to make it quick, though. I got things to do today. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. Jimmy, what's good? James, how are you? Yes, this is live. If you like this show, hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mother's brother, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx, the dopest motorcycle content on YouTube. Alpha, how are you? Good morning. Hardwire, what's good? We got people piling in here. We got a bunch of things to talk about. They've been making some posts, and I believe they're taking shots at the Pagans now. And as you know, there's a big get-together in Colorado, and that's where these two clowns are from. I think they're scared. They have made posts about the Pagans being disrespectful in the past, and now they're making posts. I think they're trying to bait them into something. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to talk about that. They definitely are trolls. We're going to talk about that and a bunch of other things. So, you guys remember this situation up in Maine where the Outlaws got involved into a fight with the FSU, I believe it is, or hold on. It's a street gang called the FSU, and the Outlaws had a big fight, and a woman was killed. So they indicted. Here's a picture of situation. Let me not show that. So a woman was killed during that situation, and they indicted the leader of that street gang. This guy. They indicted him. Grand jury indicts Bill Holmes and the widow, Morell's Corner shooting victim. Huh? This guy on the right was an outlaw. He's already in prison for shooting the woman. He's indicted on armed robbery assault charges a year after biker brawl in Portland. So a grand jury in Cumberland County indicted 2 men accused of assault and robbery last summer in Westbrook Tavern that led to the deadly shooting in Portland Morell's Corner neighborhood later that night. Bill Holmes, 49, longtime leader of Portland street gang FSU, and Troy McHugh, 52, the widow of the shooting victim, Susan Maheu. So the widow of the shooting victim, Susan Maheu, was indicted in the situation. And that is him on the left. And that's the woman with the Raider cap on that was killed during this incident. So they were indicted this month on multiple charges, including 2 counts of robbery for McHugh, 1 involving a firearm, 3 counts against Holmes, including 1 assault charge and 2 robbery charges. Remember, they were pulling cuts off people. 1 involving a threat of violence. Both men have made bail and have been released from custody. The beef allegedly began July 30th of last year when Holmes observed members of the Higher Calling, a Christian-based motorcycle club, wearing club patches on the back patio of Brookside, the bar and restaurant on Route 302. Holmes and his associates, including Troy McHugh, allegedly roughed up a younger biker, including Christopher Morant, 32, who appeared to be a Higher Calling member. Following this incident, Holmes and his friends returned to Portland, and members of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, whom Higher Calling is affiliated with, were made aware of the alleged assault and theft of one of the patches. So they pulled a patch off one of the Higher Calling members. A large group of outlaws confronted Holmes and McHugh and their son, Travis Ferretti, in an auto repair shop parking lot. Some allegedly wielding hammers. Police say shots were fired by both groups and bullets fatally struck Susan McHugh. Holmes and Troy McHugh were both injured but remained uncharged with their crimes until now. Outlaw biker Aaron Karp, 47, pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the case, and he was sentenced to 15 years in Maine State Prison, with all but 5 suspended. 4 others associated with the club face aggravated assault charges and are awaiting trial. Holmes could not be reached for comment. His attorney, Rob Andrews, declined comment at this time, citing the lack of information about this case. It's unclear who represents McHugh. The Office of Cumberland County District Attorney declined for comment on the grounds that this case, initiated by the Portland Police Department, is still active. Bail conditions prevent Holmes and McHugh from contacting one another or Merritt. They also prevent McHugh from contacting his son, whom Holmes was also barred from contacting. So they can't talk to anybody involved with this case, not even his own son. Tensions between the Outlaws and the FSU members have remained high, sustaining concern in the community that a gang-style war, a retribution, could erupt. Holmes's car, a vintage Pontiac GTO, was vandalized in Portland a couple weeks ago, with all or most of its windows smashed. An investigation is ongoing about that incident. The status of the investigation has been updated. So I will let you know as things unfold with this whole situation. But the guy in the middle is the leader of that FSU street gang. The guy on the left is the widow of the woman killed, which is the woman with the Raiders hat. And that is Karp on the right, the Outlaws member that got 15 years in prison. So it's not looking good for them. Mike Ball, what's going on? I had to make this an early one because I got things to do today. Demo, how are you? CMBR, what's going on? Thank you for joining me today. So we're going to talk about these McGregor. Is that it? TG, what's good? Shout out to you. Thanks for joining me. Glock Scissors Paper. That's a good name, man. So these twin Timu twins, they are starting some shit. So they're back at it. And now they're talking about the pagans. But watch how they talk about them. It's a little different now, huh? They're changing up their tune.
Didn't know. Pagans MC will be here in Colorado this weekend. Glad you came to town. Keep your twos down and be safe.
Glad you came to town. You weren't saying that in the other videos you posted about the pagans. I didn't get those as of right now, but I will. I'll get those for another time. But they weren't talking like that before. But now that they're rolling into town, you want to try to be respectful, huh? That's what they're doing here?
For the ones that didn't know, Pagans MC will be here in Colorado this weekend.
I think I see pee coming out of their jeans.
Glad you came to town. Keep your twos down and be safe. God bless.
Glad you came to town. If you guys didn't know, there's a huge pagan get-together that's going down in Colorado. That's why these guys are shitting their pants right now and trying to backpedal, because they did some pretty disrespectful videos against the Pagans Motorcycle Club. And so, yeah, like, I don't think they're not going to be able to get away with this for much longer, I don't think. You know, the sheriff's office warns that the Pagans Motorcycle Club plans to be in Colorado this weekend. So residents in northwestern mountains of Colorado could see more motorcyclists than normal over the weekend. So these twin Timu bikers better stay inside. Let's see them go over to the Pagans get-together like they did at Sturgis, and let's see what happens. But you know what they do. They throw the rock and hide their hand. That's the type of guys they are. They'll throw a rock, hide their hand.
For the ones that didn't know, Pagans MC will be here in Colorado this weekend. Glad you came to town. Keep your twos down and be safe. God bless.
Hopefully they run into you guys and they can make an example out of you, you know, because I'm sure that there's quite a bit of people who want to do that. It's not just the Hells Angels. They talked about every club out there, the Pagans, the Mongols, the Sons of Silence. They talked about all these clubs in a bad light. They definitely disrespected the Pagans in the past. I will get those videos for you. But the Pagans are having a gathering dubbed the Outlaw. It says here that they are labeled an outlaw motorcycle gang. The U.S. Department of Justice has labeled them that, which is a group known by law enforcement to engage in illegal activity. But we all know that's straight bullshit. Individuals maybe get caught here and there doing some illegal activity, but it's not the club as a whole. It's not a criminal organization. The money doesn't go up to the top. They don't, it doesn't work like that. And these people are so stupid that they think it's like the mafia. Oh, the money rolls up to the boss and all this shit. Listen, it's a motorcycle club. They sell club merch. And if people get involved with criminal activity on the side and they get caught, it's not the whole club. They're not directed to go do criminal activity. And that's what people need to understand. The government wants you to believe that they are this big criminal organization like, yo, you go do this, you go do that. We're going to set up this gun deal over here. Doesn't work like that. Like I was talking to former bandito Jeremy. He said he got involved with drugs, right? They didn't ask him for a cut of his money. He was selling drugs. Like, that's what he was doing. The money doesn't go up. You don't make a deal, make some money, and they got to get a portion of it. It doesn't work like that. If people are doing things on the side and get caught, that's them. It's not the whole group as a whole. That's what people need to understand. But they're labeling them a criminal organization. Why? Because a couple people got in trouble? It has nothing to do with the rest of the club. So they are having a get-together this week. The Routt County Sheriff's Office warned residents of an up-and-coming rally in a Facebook post, noting that the rally is planned for August 15th through the 17th in Oak Creek. Up to 700 attendees are anticipated at this rally. It's going to be huge. According to their schedule, they will be in the Steamboat Springs, Yampa Valley area for different rides and events during this time. I mean, how come it can't just be peaceful get-together? These guys better stay in their house, because I don't think it'll end well if they damn, did I get banned again? What's going on here? I did. This is crazy. Why do they keep doing this to me? Like, what the hell is going on? I don't understand. Damn, they banned me again. I can't believe this. I don't know what is going on here, but this is crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. This is some bullshit. Like, what the fuck, man? They just banned me the other day. Now they ban me again? They're just gonna keep doing it? Fucking out of control. Fuck you, YouTube. Eat a fucking dick. Peace out, everybody. I appreciate all you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Nah, man. They said I showed a firearm, dude. This is like the third time they've done this to me. But it is what it is.